A win in favor of Tempo Storm, who just got ecoed by LunatiK eSports. So Tempo Storm from the T side of things takes that pistol. LunatiK comes back on the eco to win that. And we're going to be tied up at 1-1 here. Advantage going to LunatiK, who has the gun value. But Tempo Storm's going on to a buyout anyways. They're going pistol armor here, and they actually got an AK in the hand of Hades.
Yeah, so let's see what happens here as we have kind of a crazy round where Pistol was won by Tempo Storm, but then LunatiK comes right back and ecos them, and that's definitely not a place you want to be if you're Tempo Storm, but we'll see if they can hold on here and fight right back. But it's Invert pressing through long A, able to grab a frag there. We have ourselves a 4-on-3, actually in LunatiK's favor.
LunatiK looking pretty decent here. They got that one-man advantage. Hades does have the AK in his hands. Glorens does go down, so now it's going to be a 4 versus 2. Bomb has entered into the A bomb site, though. As only one player left alive, it's going to be Stan, and Drake is able to take him down. So Stan, the only player on Tempo Storm to get frags that round. He got 2 of them. Not quite enough for Tempo Storm to justify that buyout that they just made, but they bet hard onto it, tried to make something happen, and it didn't pay off. LunatiK will be up by a round now. So LunatiK, with that gun advantage in their hands, is looking pretty good here. As we're going into round 4, it's going to be a full save coming from Tempo Storm. Nothing really much they can do about it, but Tempo Storm is a team that we see play Cobble, and they play it pretty well here. And LunatiK eSports, even though we haven't seen them on Cobble yet, I mean, they got that eco out. It's going to be all about how well they play on gun rounds. LunatiK looks like they kind of know what they're doing. They're going to be right there at the drop. First player goes down. Drossel hits it, but Rix is there to trade him out. So now we're going to have Stanislaw trying to battle out. Dumore on the step in will hit the shot. Gets himself 2 before he goes down to Glorens. Now it's all going to be up to Glorens here. Rix is left. Glorens will take down another one on the Drake, and Invert with the op in his hands takes him down. That's going to be 3-1 now in favor of LunatiK.
Yeah, so finally Tempo Storm able to get their money back together, though, and so they're able to put together a full buy. They're going to have AKs across the board, and, I mean, honestly, on Cobblestone, I see it in a lot of different situations where the T sides are actually a bit favored, typically do win more rounds than the CT side does, and so if Tempo Storm wants to have a good chance here, they need to start putting together some rounds now that the guns are back in play, as we will see CEVO getting very, very aggressive. I don't know what the heck CEVO was doing right there. That was really, really weird. Not sure what he was thinking. Just easy pickings there for Tempo Storm. Now they're just going to slam their way into the mid room. They did take a lot of damage, but they do make it in. Rotation already happening, though. 3 players at A can defend against this.
Ooh, Invert is able to hit the shot there onto Hades, evening things out at a 4-on-4. Tempo Storm trying to work their way through towards the A-bomb site coming up mid right now. Rix is going to be the aggressive player over there behind that little wood wall, and he does take down Invert eventually as Glorens is able to take down Drake. So Drossel back at the bomb site. They haven't cleared it yet. Rix goes down. Glorens trades him out really fast, though. So now Dumore on the rotate all the way from the B bomb site will be 1v2. Glorens is lit down to 31 HP, so if he can take Shazam out initially, he's got a good chance here. Shazam directly over to his left. Dumore looking. Can't quite find him yet, looking for Glorens. Makes a little bit too much noise, so now Shazam is able to wrap his way around from behind, get the flank off, and take him down. Tempo Storm answers on a gun round. That will make it 3-2. LunatiK is up by only 1.
Yeah, I feel like LunatiK just kind of, like, CEVO just kind of gave up a free frag there for really no reason, just playing kind of silly inside the smoke, and Tempo Storm able to capitalize on top of that, just kind of overload the A-bomb site and went out to trades and put the round away. Something crazy tactically, but just kind of, you know, preying on the mistake that LunatiK made there at the very beginning, and now it's going to be LunatiK looking to save, and Tempo Storm on their full buy, they got the op in Shazam's hands, and they're going to be doing the classic that you do on this map. It's long B. Just hit that long B, man. This is the most popular take on this map, and it's very powerful.
Yep, able to hit those nice smokes, get their way in. Drake is going to be right there with the CZ-75, though. Good smokes coming. That's going to lock down any of these CTs from really getting their way through free and clear, as you just saw there from Drake, as we have Hades work his way back to the chicken coop. CEVO gets 1, Dumore gets traded out for it. They got some guns in their hands, and Stan is able to pick up 3 at the end of the exchange. Rick's got the other 2. Tempo Storm has tied it up at 3-3.
Yeah, off to save there of LunatiK. It is Tempo Storm just able just to crush the B bomb site. Like I said, those long B hits very powerful. Lots of cover as you come out long B to get into the site without being spotted. Gets you some favorable points to take engagements as well. And so it's definitely just like a really powerful tactic to use on this map. And one of the main reasons why it can sway to the T side in many cases. But we'll see LunatiK back on guns again. Invert gonna have his op. Everyone else on rifles, though. Drossel is just on the FAMAS. They're actually counter boosting the Skyfall, and they might actually get a flank off because of this. And this can wind up being, a little bit crazy here.
I like this boost that they're trying to make happen here. Essentially just an NOA stack to try and see if anyone's going to try and peek over that back box. But Rix will take down Drossel on that counter boost, so didn't pay off there for LunatiK. And now Rix and company, Tempo Storm, have that one-man advantage. That's 5-4 in their favor, as they're just slow working around the map right now, trying to catch anybody out of position. And actually, Hades gets caught out of position by CEVO. That is going to make it 4-on-4, even things out a little bit. Now, Tempo Storm, all geared up, ready to roll towards the B bomb site at the moment. Flashbang's going to come over, and they're actually going to sell this as a fake, try and rotate their way fast back to A, and it's worked out for the time being. They've pulled all 4 CTs alive towards B, and they might get caught out of rotation here at that connector from CT side.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the fake was sold pretty well. Drake has rotated back here with the M4 inside the site as they do start making their way up the middle slope. Shazam going to be over here towards long, so they may catch him out. But, CEVO and Drake able to combine there for 1 frag. But we see Tempo Storm just sweeping through. Glorens with 3 frags, and that's the site taken. Let's do more. Can make this crazy retake by himself.
So now Dumore's going to work his way down mid at the moment. He's going to be trying to work his way up through mid towards that A bomb site. He's got 1 directly to his right towards long haul. He's got 1 in sight, and then he's going to have 1 just below that balcony. And Glorin spots him out first. So they know exactly where he's at. They're just going to hold their positions. And Rix is actually dropped down below the balcony. He's going to step out, hit a dink onto Dumore, and Dumore's going to go run away, try and get out of there. And they're going to go for the hunt onto him. But he should easily be able to escape through the halls at the moment. If he can wrap towards T-spawn, should be able to get out of there. Yeah, luckily he did not go back out into mid out in the opening get caught. So now all he's got to do is hold on here and hide himself in the porta potty.
Time to take a deuce.
That is probably the best save spot on any map in Counter-Strike ever.
Yeah? It's pretty safe. It's a long run to make it into T-spawn and then open up a porta potty door.
So round 8 is underway.
You're not gonna mess with the guy while he's dropping a deuce, right? Like, no one's gonna open the door.
I would.
Oh, you would?
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I guess in this game you would to stop him from saving the gun, but
you gotta smurf everybody that you can, dude.
I hear you. Just kind of disrespectful to drop a man while his pants are down,
Well, I mean, hey, you get smurfed out, you're smurfed out, dude. You're the one covered in blue, not me.
I hear you.
So into round number 8, Tempo Storm has the lead once again. Remember, they were able to take the first round, got eco'd, and LunatiK kind of ran away with it from there, but Tempo Storm up by 1 round now. Trades are coming out. It's going to be only pistols in the hands of LunatiK, and Tibu's going to go over there and try and grab that if he's able to, and he will grab the rifle, so they may not know that he's there. They might not look for him. He's going to try and work his way around the seam. He's able to pick up Stanislaw. That's going to make it 4 versus 3, so into this eco, LunatiK looking pretty good here.
Yeah, even on an eco, they've been able to collect at least 1 gun. They've been able to actually get the man advantage back, and we're seeing Tempo Storm trying to cycle their way over to A now in response. It is Hades getting the pick there onto Drake, so they do get back into an equal situation. They will start making their way into the A bomb site, but Invert and company already rotating in. Can they hold this off? That's the question.
Ooh, Hades not able to hit the slip shot there, trying to go for it anyways, though, looking down, sees Invert's shoulder, tries to make the spray happen, gets punished by CEVO on the rotate, so both of the T's kind of stuck out behind that fence at the moment. They're trying to work their way over when Shazam is there with the op, hits the first shot, trying to get away, and Rix will clean it up onto Drossel. So LunatiK prevented that bomb plant from happening. They forced 3 rebuys, so that's a pretty successful eco round coming from CT side.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they at least forced a lot of rebuys here out of Tempo Storm. They still have a great economy, though, but at least it's limiting it a little bit on a couple of their players. So, like I said, long-term economic game. Just maybe it helps you make them save later on in the game because you force the rebuys here. So, yeah, it definitely does have some value, especially in a round where we probably aren't going to win, to at least get some damage done. But now we're seeing Tempo Storm kind of faking long B with just 1 player while they actually work out mid. And Stan actually gets a pick off of that, so that's going to force a lot of rotating here.
Wow, Invert hits 2 shots there. That's going to be Hades and Rix out of the way before Glorens is able to trade him out, but they probably don't think CEVO is right there around the corner. I don't think he made any sound, and he has a good chance here. Hits the first shot. Can he hit the secondary one on the Glorens? Not able to make it happen. Glorens will trade him down That's going to be a 1v2 now. Glorens does have the bomb. He's got one CT rotating behind him at the moment through that connector to upper halls. Then he's got Drossel in the back of the bomb site at stairs. So Dumore did make a little noise, but Glorens doesn't know he's there yet. And Dumore peeks out wide, takes the shot, takes him down. And that's LunatiK eSports coming back, bringing this within 1 round again, keeping this a close game.
Yeah, I mean, when Stanislaw ran that fake, I guess you could call it, when he just used the smokes and went outside long beat by himself, and he even got a pick, you know, that was forcing rotations, but actually, since LunatiK was kind of pressed up long A, they were going to rotate by pushing long A to mid and flanking, and when they did, they ran into, you know, Tempo Storm members and got the bomb down. So that wound up not working in Tempo Storm's favor there at all. Now they're just going to go for a full-out long B hit, and like I said, these can be very powerful, but we're seeing a boost on the tree, but it was spotted, and they actually cancel it. So we'll just see how the round plays out now from here.
So Tempo Storm back onto a full buy here. Economy pretty weak. Both of these teams actually looking pretty weak at the moment, so whoever wins this round will be back onto a buy. The other team is going to be on a save. Bomb goes down. Drake is able to take down Stanislaw, and Glorens is there to trade out, but Dumore doing well as the new guy on the team. And Tivu on the rotate will pick up Hades. There goes Glorens, and Shazam is down. Just like that, LunatiK on the cleanup crew, able to retake that B bomb site almost effortlessly. Only Drake going down on that retake. That is going to tie things up at 5-5. Tempo Storm wavering a little bit here when we fully expected them to just absolutely dominate this, as they are a really good Cobble team.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing pretty good on the CT side. As I said, I'm usually used to seeing in a lot of the NA games especially, and even in some international play, I'm used to seeing this. The T sides really be able to go off on this map, and so far, Tempo Storm not able to do that. In fact, it'll be LunatiK taking the lead here from the CT side, 6-5. So definitely good work here from LunatiK on a map and play before, and they have a new 5th in Dumore, who I'm sure they haven't had a whole lot of time playing with yet, and they're making, you know, waves. They're doing pretty decent.
Rix does open up the round, though, and they're going to be on to an eco, as I said. Whichever team won that would be on a bye. The other team would be on to an eco round. Rix is right there with the silenced M4 trying to battle against Drossel. Drossel's going to look for his head. Invert will steal the frag away from him, though, right in the drop window. So now we have a 4 versus 3 in favor of LunatiK eSports, who's trying to take the lead back once again from Tempo Storm, as we only have Stanislaw, Hades, and Glorens alive. We got a Rec 9, a Deagle, and a P250 out against 2 AKs, a silenced M4, and 1 op. And they're going to execute out middle, and Tivu hits a beautiful headshot onto Glorens, as Stan's still trying to work his way up. Where's Hades? Hades goes down. Can Tivu make it 3? Still trying to fight, takes him down low, and Dumore rotates in for the cleanup. That's LunatiK getting the lead now.
Yeah, I mean, 6-5 lead here for LunatiK, and I mean, obviously Tempo wanted to save that round, so to be expected, but now Tempo Storm, they have a full buy. They don't have the off on Shazam, though. It's just going to be AKs across the board, and they need to make this work. I mean, they need to fight back here. They don't want to have a tough T side, especially on the map that they selected, a map that we have seen them play pretty well in the past, so they need to figure it out here.
Now into round 12. LunatiK is going to be up by that 1 round, and they're looking pretty good here from the CT side of things. Tempo Storm will be back onto a buy, though. They're going to be trying to work back towards the B bomb site. 3 are aggressive in that direction. Not super aggressive. Stan's going to be the most aggressive, and he does have the bomb. So maybe a little bit ill-advised here, as if something does randomly happen to him. Now he's isolated from his teammate, which is the big problem here. So he cannot peek out at all and get aggressive into this. Otherwise, he's going to get thoroughly punished.
They're going to flash to the smoke, though, and Stanislaw's going to chase after that. Counter Incendiary comes in, though, from Drake, and Tivu it'll pick up Shazam, actually, over in the mid-room. Shazam was kind of lurking there by himself, and he got caught. So man advantage here for LunatiK for now, but it's been quickly traded back.
Ooh, Stan's able to make his way out now as the rotate has happened a little bit here for LunatiK. Dumore's right there around the corner, able to take down Stanislaw. That's going to be a bomb drop. Can Dumore collect this spray? Not able to make it happen, but Glorens hits his. He's low on HP, able to take down Drossel and Dumore, so Invert trades this out. It's going to be a one-on-one battle here. Glorens is so unbelievably low, and Invert with the op. Very talented and looking good tonight. Able to make that 7-5 in favor of LunatiK. Only 1 round away from officially winning this half.
Yeah, that's a big round for LunatiK. They were able to get a nice rotation in. They pretty much had all 4 of their players that were left on the B bomb site when the hit came in from Long B. So they were definitely very aware of what Tempo Storm was up to. And look at Tempo Storm just trying to scrape together what kind of buy they can. It includes 3 Galils. And they're limited nades. I mean, they have a few flashes and just 2 smokes. So very limited stuff. That means they can't really throw any fakes. They pretty much just have to go for whatever it is they initially decide, which right now is long A. They've already eaten some nade damage, and this is it. This is their only play. They don't have the nades to work themselves back if this does not work out. Nor do they really have much to hold off the retake with. So yeah, they're in a really tough spot here.
So into round 13, kind of as Dust just said, Tempo Storm just basically locked themselves into the A-halls at the moment. They have that one player down there in the connector from mid, locking them in place, and there is just a heavy rotate in their direction. CEVO does go down, so that's going to help out quite a bit, but they're going to have to pretty much be forced
Drake
into
can
executing
be the hero here.
Oh, Invert. Stan actually hits another shot. Invert misses every one of them so far. Can he get one? Finally hits the shot. Drossel and Drake are picking up big frags. Invert grabs another one. Now it's all Drossel versus Stan. Glorens actually, and Drossel steps out with only 10 HP after thinking about picking up the AK, makes it happen. And that is rough. Only 10 HP, wins the round, heroes it for LunatiK.
That was a nail biter, man. That got real close real fast, but LunatiK able to come out just a bit ahead. Tempo Storm still able to put together a buy here, but I mean, if they don't make this work, then they're going to have to basically be on a save the last round of the half. I mean, of course, it won't technically be a save. They'll buy what they can, but I mean, it's not going to be a lot. Just like this round isn't going to be a lot. They see a lot of numbers coming out to the mid room. Invert able only to get 1. He should have probably backed away, but got a little greedy and only able to get 1 frag, but at least the rotation's coming in fast.
Oh, there's Drossel on the rotate, able to get 1, trying to make that a secondary one, but Glorens will drop him down out of the round. Shazam goes down. Glorens pushing towards the APC, gets wrecked. Rick's right there, right next to the connector. Will go down to Drake. That's going to be Drake picking up 3 frags that round. That will make the half 9-5 as we hit the last round of this half. So LunatiK eSports looking good here. If they can hold Tempo Storm down to 5 rounds and have a 10-round CT side, that is absolutely styling, and the implications for Tempo Storm here, they need to win both of these maps if they really want to have a good, solid fighting chance to not allow Liquid to battle back and take their spot at LAN.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, a W here tonight was what was expected. They were definitely a heavy favorite against LunatiK. They needed the W, and losing a map, that just makes it that much easier for Liquid, like you said, to catch up and get them. And now we see Hades creeping through a smoke, gonna just run out here, catches the boost of Drake, knows one's down there because of the boost, but Dumor's still able to come with the kill. Drossel rotating around very well. Dumor's still alive and getting kills. Yeah, oh wow is right. I cannot believe that. Wow.
So many attempts there, so many missed opportunities for Tempo Storm to make that happen. LunatiK playing exceptionally well right now, rotates on point, hitting their shots, even though they were caught with their pants down there initially. They still made that happen, even though Hades was able to force his way out and get that initial pick.
Yeah, I mean, I was really all due to, I believe that was Drossel who was playing the Skyfall area. When Drake went down being boosted by Dumor, and Dumor was kind of sure in trouble, Dumor gets 1 kill, and then the guy that was about to drop down and kill Dumor got killed by Drossel. And so Drossel kind of saved Dumor's life, basically, which allowed Dumor to come out and get a second frag before finally going down. And that was really what made all the difference there. Just a great key kill from Drossel to keep Dumor alive long enough for him to find another. And that really just kind of shut down the long B hit at that point. So what a half from LunatiK, man. Getting a 10-5 lead from CT style on a map that has trended pretty T-sided in most of the games that we've casted, at least, and pretty much all North American stat lines I've looked at have drifted T-sided as well.
Yeah, but that's out of context normally right there. I mean, as you said, it should be a T-sided map usually, and LunatiK with that 5-round advantage, if they take this pistol round and they don't get ecoed, that is going to be an extremely rough look for Tempo Storm.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, if LunatiK can win this pistol round, like you said, it's going to be absolutely huge, and they do get the initial pick here. They definitely have a strat on their mind, and Dumor cutting off one of the rotators already, and he spotted Rick, so they know where everyone is, but Shazam coming up big on this flank with a couple of kills, but now it's a 2v1.
Ooh, Hades is able to hit the first shot, though. That's great for him. And he's actually going to go rotate back to the drop as he knows. No, he's not going to go for the full rotate through the drop here. So it's going to be Drossel versus Hades. 1v1. Drossel still looking in that direction. He did not bite on that at all, but he might get punished here as his head comes into view. And Hades hits the shot and will win the pistol for his team. Gets himself a 2K. Tempo Storm is right back into this now. With that win, they could make this 10-8.
Yeah, I mean, that was looking like a pretty dangerous pistol when LunatiK was able to spill out the B-bomb site and even got the initial pick over there. Actually got the initial 2 frags. Had a 5v3 there, but Shazam had a pretty nice play with a couple of kills, and Hades right there at the end with his 2 kills to close it out. That kind of saves Tempo Storm, to be honest. It was about to get a little bit out of control if they allowed LunatiK to jump up 13-5, so at least they've been able to minimize the lead. But LunatiK still had that Tech 9 armor buy, still very dangerous to deal with, and Tempo Storm does have a real test on their hands to try to put up against this.
So they're still trying to hold on here. Rakes will open it up, but TEVO is there to answer. There's a ton of CTs right around the corner. They have free reign essentially into this B-bomb site if they can get across, which they're having trouble making it. Invert hits the 1 dig, and TEVO coming from behind. Can TEVO pick up another frag? No, he gets punished. So now it's going to be a 1 versus 1 as Invert hits the shot. Can he get away with it? Not able to get away from Stanislaw, and almost a gigantic eco round coming from LunatiK there. But they're going to be on 2. No, they bought a little too much into that round, even though they got that. No, they never got the bomb plant. That's right. I thought they got it round 1, but Hades shut it down. That's right.
Yep, so it is just kind of LunatiK, though, doing a lot of damage. I mean, they're forcing Tempo Storm to spend more money here, and that was not the comfortable victory you want to get as Tempo Storm when you're anti-ecoing that way. And so, I mean, they're just kind of barely scraping these rounds together. You have to be a little bit... you kind of got to be sweating a little bit here for Tempo Storm. These are not the comfortable wins you want, and we're going to see LunatiK here. They still did buy a bunch of P250s here. Probably a good chance of a Storm to at least make this 8-10, however. But from there, when the guns come out, that's whenever we'll see how this is going to go.
And I have to be honest here, LunatiK is looking very good tonight. Hitting some good shots, good rotates coming out from them. And it's all about if they can get some good ecos off here and not allow Tempo Storm to get too many rounds ahead. But this round looks pretty much burnt out. Drake's going to have to drop down. Doesn't really have a chance. Gets caught from behind by Shazam. That is going to be a 2K for Hades, and Tempo Storm is going to bring it back within 2, but the gun rounds are going to come out now. So what can LunatiK put together on T-side of Cobble?
Yeah, I mean, that's the real question. I mean, Dumore is kind of a new member to the team. It was just announced today that he had joined. I'm not sure how much practice he's had with this team. And if he has practice, then there's no telling what maps they actually practice, right? Maybe they never went over Cobble together as a 5. So that can definitely make it a bit more difficult to put tactics together on the T side when it's, you know, a new face on the team. Haven't worked with them very much. This could be crazy, but we'll see. I mean, they're up 10-8 right now, and they're on what is usually the more favored side. So let's see if they can cause the upset, man, or can Tempo Storm hold on.
What's intense about this matchup here tonight is a lot of these guys have played on teams together before, so it's interesting. Even though this is a newer map, so they may not know how that teammate likes to play this map, but still, they've a lot of these guys have played together on teams, so they should have a little bit of idea how they like to get aggressive, what they like to do, at least with their habits. And so far, all the trades have gone in favor of LunatiK onto this gun round. I mean, they're going to be up 4-3, even though now it's going to be 3-on-3 as Stanislaw hits the shot onto Drake, but Dumore answers real quick onto Rix with a beautiful shot there. So B-bomb site open. One player's going to be towards the drop. It's going to be a 3v2, but Shazam there with the op. Flashbang's going to come down. That's going to force him around the corner. Can he hit a shot? Not able to make it happen. Drossel picks him off, but Shazam will answer. That's going to make this a 1v2. They know there's an op watching in their direction, so they probably don't want to peek out too aggressively here. They just kind of want to hold. All they have to do is just hold these angles, and they're going to be in the money zone, and Invert goes for the cross, but Dumore hits a nice shot onto Shazam. What a beautiful one-tap, and Dumore is looking on point. That's going to make it 11-8 LunatiK.
That was a destructive shot there. Just one tap in Shazam on the trade. That was huge from Dumore, but equally as huge was Drossel that round. I know we didn't get to probably see it on, but I was kind of watching on the mini-map, and he was able to get 2 picks by himself at the Skyfall, and that gave his team a big man advantage even when things were starting to kind of fall apart over in the mid-room. He really kind of helped get that B-bomb side open for the rest of the team to be able to take. So Drossel definitely had a big play there. And then, yeah, Dumore definitely hitting that crazy shot there in the 1v1. That was big. And now LunatiK up 11-8. They forced Tempo Storm onto a save as well. So 12-8, very, very likely. And oh no, man, Tempo Storm, they needed these W's tonight and to help hold Liquid off, and they're struggling in this first map at least.
Yeah, the problem with not getting these wins is even if they get the win tonight, they get both of these. LunatiK does have a chance if they play extremely well, able to win all the remainder of their games. It won't matter. They're able to push Tempo Storm out. So Tempo Storm really needed to get this win tonight. It's not out of the realm yet. It's not too far away from being able to make this happen. But if LunatiK keeps playing like this, it's going to get out of hand real fast here. And, I mean, if they go to cash and play this good, Tempo Storm's going to have some gigantic issues even getting a point tonight.
If LunatiK straight up loses this set, they're probably not going to make land, because I think it's just too easy at that point for Liquid to get enough points to get past them. You know, they really needed the dub. Even if they see, that's the crazy thing. Even if LunatiK won tonight, man, their fate's still not in their hands. Like Liquid could still win out and get past them. So that's just how close it really is. That's why this is so important. They need the win just to have a chance to hold off Liquid. If they don't win, then it's very likely Liquid overtakes them. If they straight up lose tonight, then it probably definitely happens. Like, they're probably definitely screwed. Obviously, I can't speak in absolutes because we don't know what's going to happen. Liquid could fail too. You never know, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if Tempo Storm wants to have their best chance at holding Liquid off, they needed the win tonight. And so far, they're struggling here. But, you know, they got guns back again. We'll see. They could still, you know, make a fight here. They're not too far off.
Yeah, they desperately need this, though. Really bad here. They're going to be back into a little bit of a bye. Pretty broken coming out. Again, the same situation. CTs don't necessarily need that head armor because the AKs will one-tap them. And Shazam puts his bid in here. He's able to take down Tivu. Stan playing very comfortably. And doesn't work off that flashbang. Too many unknowns at that point. If there was no smoke there, he would have peeked that, but the smoke is down in his face. No reason to try and rush through it just in case those T's were actually in that connector to the halls, and they weren't blind. They could have easily punished him and made that a 4-on-4. So good smart play there coming from Stanislaw to not get too aggressive on that and just maintain their one-man advantage.
Yeah, I mean, this is big. They got the opening pick. This definitely limits LunatiK's options here a bit. They are short a man. This helps Tempo Storm out a lot. But Tempo Storm just needs to make sure they don't give up a player. And you see a lot of things being thrown at Skyfall. They're trying to get down. Hades is playing this doorway. But Drossel does catch Shazam. He goes down. Hades doesn't cut him off. And now Drossel just works into the A-bomb site. And A is completely open now. Wait, no, there's one long A, right? Or is he in the back?
No, he's down in mid. He's down in mid right now. He's going to work his way towards long A. Glorens does hit a shot on the Drake. Stanislaw has a good flank attempt coming here as long as his teammates can hold out decently well, and they will hold out, so they might be able to grab this round unless something amazing happens here with Drossel. He knows there's one player near the connector. He's got to worry about somebody coming up onto that balcony, but he's going to go for the bomb plan anyways. They're going to get aggressive on him. He's got one directly behind him. Goes for the shot, takes down Glorens. Got two pushing up in his face. Can't hit either of them, and Stanislaw will trade him out, and that's going to be Rick's going to try and run and go grab. I believe he's picking up an op, and now Stanislaw already has one, so Rick's just going for a different rifle. Doesn't matter. They will get the defuse off with plenty of time, and Tempo Storm will make this a 12-9 game. So they're battling back his CTs here, and LunatiK faltering that round.
Yeah, I mean, they lost the opening pick. You saw them, though. They got into Skyfall, and they were able to actually catch Shazam in between the sites with the op. So that was a big pick. It got into a 4v4, and Drossel even able to get out into the A-bomb site. So it's looking a bit dangerous there for Tempo Storm. But in the end, they were able to hold on. Stanislaw and company, you know, even Rick's was big there to bring that round back, actually. So they did it. They held on. They hold off LunatiK, and it's now 12-9, still in LunatiK's favor. Still both teams fully gunned out. LunatiK setting up for some type of really heavy long B hit, but Rix is boosted behind the tree. If they don't check this, he could definitely deliver a lot of pain from this position.
So Glorens there defending with his teammate Rix actually boosted up on top, but it's become such a common spot now. I feel like it's checked so often. And it's all going to be up to Rix here. If he's able to hit some shots here on Cobble to make something happen for his team, they have the opportunity here, if they can win this round, to force LunatiK into a save and bring this within one round. If they can win the anti-eco after this round, if they win this. But that's a lot of speculation here.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a ton of speculation into that one. But LunatiK has been playing
Look at this rotation, though. I mean, everyone's here from Tempo Storm. Because I mean, this is such a common spot to hit, and when you're waiting this long, you kind of have to expect this. So it might be LunatiK running into a huge massacre since so many people here from Tempo Storm.
Ooh, Drossel's able to hit one before he gets traded out. That's actually 2 more going down too, so they lose their advantageous position with Ricks up top. Little uneasy, had to drop down, doesn't matter. Shazam rotates in. Now it's all up to Tivu playing the smoke. He's actually going to run directly into Glorens, and Glorens will take him down. So now we have that situation I was talking about. LunatiK going to be onto a save here. If Tempo Storm can win this anti-eco, that will force us into a 12-11.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, I guess LunatiK just taking too long. Maybe it was just a little bit telegraphed. Tempo Storm able to get the information, able to rotate preemptively, and they were able to hold that off. So, Tempo Storm jumping back into the game. LunatiK, as we said, forced into a save. They're tech 9ing up pretty heavy, and those can still be quite powerful. Especially if you can get in close range with them, but I don't think they will be able to. So you gotta like Tempo Storm's chances to keep closing the gap, at least this round. Next round, when the guns come back out, we'll just have to see. But Tempo Storm's starting to get their act together here. They're starting to work towards tying this game back up.
Drake wanted to get aggressive there, makes a little bit of noise, bails out. They're actually going to try and hit the drop. Hades is right there waiting, able to pick himself up 3. Here's another one go down. Can he take down Drake? Not able to make that happen. And Drake gets taken out at the end of that round. Hades with a big 3K though. Rick's with the other 2. And there's that 12-11 scoreboard coming out, but LunatiK will be back onto a full buy here.
And indeed they will. So let's see what they can do with it. The AKs across the board. They got their full nade sets and all that good stuff as well. What kind of tactic are they going to pull out this time? Now, the long B hit, they seem to get caught by just heavy rotation, which makes me wonder if they just wait long enough, maybe throw some stuff over here at B. Maybe they cause that rotation again. Maybe they get in the A-bomb site for free. You got to think about how early that rotate was. We do see Drake trying to force the issue here at the mid room. Will get caught by Stanislaw, though he did do a lot of damage. Got Stan down to 7 HP, but couldn't finish it off. And we might see Drossel try to go Skyfall again. He did this a couple of rounds ago, and it made a big play out of it. But it's up to Hades to try to stop that from happening this time.
Drossel right there. Hades is right through the smoke. Hades ends up not missing the shot as Drossel missed his. That's going to turn this into a 5 versus 3 in favor of Tempo Storm. They would love to tie this up right now after LunatiK had an excellent CT side of their own. Looks like both teams struggling a little bit here on T side of things, which is out of the ordinary from what we've seen in the past. Normally it's everybody's CT side struggles a little bit, whereas their T side is strong, as Shazam will take down Do more quickly. Traded out by Tivu, though. That's going to make it a 2 versus 4, so finally gaining some traction. Inverts right there around the corner from Stan, ends up taking him down, but the rotate coming from Connector. Tivu has it covered at the moment, just in case Hades does peek out all the way. They know Hades is there. Tivu is looking. There's still going to be one in the back at that bomb site. They have to find him. They got to take him down. Otherwise, they're just going to all get shot in the back. Invert looking for Ricks. Ricks jumps out, takes him down. Tivu doesn't check the back of the site. Glorens punishes him for it, and that's a team ace. Every player from Tempo Storm getting themselves a frag, and that ties it up 12-12.
Right, yeah, I just feel like sometimes LunatiK's not on the same page here on the T side. Like I said, Drake just kind of peeking mid by himself, got caught, no ability to trade that kill back when Stan was able to back off, and just, you know, LunatiK trying to make plays happen, but Tempo always able to stay one man ahead. They're playing pretty smart here on the CT side. Tempo Storm is. They've been able to hold off everything that LunatiK's thrown at them so far since the guns have come out. And we'll see here. Once again, LunatiK forced to save, just trying to rush out Long B this time with a bunch of pistols, and we'll see if they can make anything happen, but they're getting crushed right now.
Oof. And Ricks is right there. Glorens is there also, so this pistol play coming from LunatiK is not paying off as Drake is trying to hit some more shots. Can't quite cross. Rotate comes in from Tempo Storm, and they shut that down. But Ricks with a huge 3K. Glorens with the mop-up for the other 2 frags. And that's going to give Tempo Storm the lead now. That'll make it 12-13, so lead going back and forth here. And both teams looking not the greatest on Terrace side of this map.
Yeah, definitely. Invert's going to have the op for the first time, though, this half on that T side. So I'm curious to see where they're going to stick him at to try to get a pick. Will he try to go for mid picks against Shazam? Looks like that is where he is headed. See if he can catch anybody working into the mid room with an op to peek into mid. But we're not going to do that. Yeah, he actually goes for an aggressive peek here. From a different angle. He went danger all the way from long A, so that's kind of crazy, but he does get caught, so it's an equal trade that does favor the T side. They're going to throw a fake off of this, but no one's rotating off of B. That's the problem. Everyone's still sitting here. 3 players are.
Now it's going to be all up to Drake out there in mid by himself. Nobody has rotated out of B yet. They know the A hit has not happened. They do have that man in long hauls. He's going to drop his way down into the connector at the moment. Hades is still playing that angle. Drossel jumps. Hades is okay for the time being, able to make that happen. So he's able to get out of there with his life, goes down to 47 HP. So this hold here at the B bomb site has paid off well for them. Hades is going to wrap his way back around, look towards the drop window in case anybody has worked all the way down. And now Drake in a good position to get a huge flank off here, as they don't really expect anybody to be coming from the A bomb site, at least for the time being. They still have that mid player that's long hauls, and he's going to try and wrap his way in. Time is ticking down.
Drake could be so big here.
He has to get in a little bit quicker because there is a rotate coming from Stanislav from behind also. So a double flank attempt coming out. Yep, Drake and Drossel hit shots. And now just Glorant's in the site. Now they have to worry about where this last CT is coming from. That's going to be Stanislav rotating out the long way from B at the moment. Does anybody look up in his direction? Invert's going to be the first one. He's got the op-out. Hits the quick shot onto Stan. And LunatiK will tie it back up 13-13.
Yeah, what a crazy round. That really did. It was a battle of the flanks, right? You had Stanislav pushing to the mid room, flanking long B, and then you had Drake able to slip to the A bomb site through long A, since Stanislav was at mid room, his back to the site, and then Drake slips into the connector and finds 2 frags to allow a pinch on that B bomb site. So that was absolutely huge there. Just an unfortunate timing window that Stanislav missed, and Drake's flank was a bit more powerful than his was. Everything was pretty much over before Stan's flank was finished. So that's definitely just a big, nasty play from LunatiK, really off of just Drake slipping in there. That was crazy, man.
So now, as things are tied up into round 27 here, this is a game that's got to go down to the wire almost no matter what. As LunatiK trying to force their way towards mid, not really too aggressive. Drossel's going to work out weak by himself. Glorans will take him down. Auto sniper in hand, so they have a little bit of information. Auto sniper towards B. Surprised they haven't rotated anyone out of B yet. Here comes the rotate. They're pretty heavy on these rotates. They know Stan's right there around the corner. I believe Drake saw him while he was partial. Good flashbang comes in, and that's the flash peek that I was talking about with Stan a few rounds ago, where if the smoke wasn't there, he would have went in on it. And that time he goes in, able to pick himself up 3 frags because of it. And Invert's going to be left all by himself now, up in hand, as Tempo Storm's trying to get their 14th round in their favor.
Yeah, that was just a big flash peek, as you said. Nice shot there from Invert, but this round's pretty much over.
And again, they do it twice.
Yeah, and that's a tough flash peek to battle against when you're trying to take mid-room control as a terrorist. And not only that, but Lawrence has that auto sniper posted up inside the B bomb site. It's going to be so difficult to get past that. That is like pretty much the hardest counter you can put on those long B hits, is playing the edge of the smokes that are thrown with an auto sniper. The best thing you can do is just stick an op out there and outpick them, and that's really what LunatiK's going to have to bank on. But they don't have an op this round. They just have these rifles and a Tech 9 on Do More, and so I think they're just going to try to smash Skyfall really hard. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to go full tilt into it. They have Hades right there. They're able to take Hades down initially, but they have more CTs on the rotate. That's going to be Rix up there close. Flashbang comes out. Rix goes to jump away from it. Glorans with the auto sniper will hit. If they can... Oh, no, they're caught. The bomb is down. Negative location, so now they have to try and work against Glorans. He's full blind, though, but he's still out there in the B bomb site. They're actually going to counter boost somebody back up through
Smart
the
decision.
drop. Yeah, good choice there to make that happen. And Glorans, can he catch Do More? He will catch him. His teammate might rotate back over. I don't know if they know that they have the bomb at the moment, because
Shazam would certainly not be where he is now if they did know, or that would be really weird if they did. Nah, Glorans sees the bomb now. Shazam, what is Shazam doing? Get over there.
Glorans able to hit another auto sniper shot, so now it's all up to Drake, but he's got the angle onto him, hits the first shot. Now he's looking for Shazam. Shazam has his back here. If he peeks out a little too wide, he might get caught. Looking for Shazam. Can he hit the shot? And he will. Drake is an absolute animal. Played that perfectly. And we've tied it back up at 14-14.
I tell you what, man, this game has you on the edge of your seat. Like that last game we casted that was so close between Elevate and Ace Gaming. It was kind of silly how some of the rounds were being won, but this is just straight up like crazy plays taking place one after the other. Both these teams really putting their all into this. And Tempo Storm desperately wants this W to try to hold off Liquid, chase them in the standings. LunatiK is playing for pride, with their new pickup Do More, just trying to, stay in the Pro League for next season. And this has just been a crazy, crazy game. Oh, he just misses that shot on Shazam. Wow. This is like, it's so tense, man, this game is.
Yeah, Invert now knows about Shazam liking to do that. He's done it once, so LunatiK adapting well here. Seeing some tendencies coming out from Tempo Storm, and they're trying to catch them on those tendencies, which LunatiK is looking far better than I've seen them look so far this season tonight against Tempo Storm. They're looking really on point here, doing well. And Tempo Storm reeling a little bit. Does Hades get taken down? No, he's able to stay alive, takes a grip of damage. Rix gets punished. Hades is able to rotate his way out, so they have control of the drop. That's such a good nade. If Hades was a little closer, he would have got taken out, but he's able to revert backwards, get out of there. Able to get himself a solid frag, though, on the rotate. So he's still looking. CEVO, if he backs out a little too much, drops a smoke down, looks for it. Hades hits the shot. 29 HP, hunting for the ace, and he's able to get it all 5 frags. Hades grabs himself the ace into round 29, putting Tempo Storm at match point here, so LunatiK wants to force us to the overtime.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a hard time doing it, though, with just Tech 9s and stuff like that, and for a game that's been so tense, so close, so back and forth, I mean, it was just a chase to see Tempo Storm get back into this game after having kind of a tough T side, but LunatiK's had pretty much the same trouble, but I think they played such a good game. Really, both teams have, but Tempo Storm just needed this win more than LunatiK, and they might finally do it here as LunatiK's just on a full save rush. But look at them go. They're able to get out.
Oh, man, they might punish doubles here, but Hades is right there around the corner. Can he get some shots off? Hits the door shot onto CEVO, takes him down, rotates his way into the window. Dumore's right there, though. At the connector, Hades is looking just in case anybody's close. Nobody is. They still haven't picked up any guns. They're just going to be with pistols at the moment. They have that player, Dumore, in a great position. Invert out in the open, gets taken down, and that is the game. Tempo Storm wins it in the final round of regulation, 16-14 over LunatiK. And man, LunatiK was looking real good that game, though, especially on Cobble against a team like Tempo Storm, who's very, very talented on Cobble.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely too close for comfort, probably, for Tempo Storm. They really probably wanted the more decisive victory there. That actually got really scary. They were down 10-5 at one point, you know, and even though they won pistol and they started making the comeback, you saw LunatiK win a couple of gun rounds, start getting back in the lead again, even when Tempo Storm was all trying to make that comeback. So that was definitely a pretty tense game. You know, sometimes when you see a 16-14 score, it really wasn't that as close as it looks like on the scoreboard. You know, one team was always kind of ahead, just having trouble closing out the game or what have you. No, that was definitely just a slugfest. Very, very, very close game. Very fun to watch, but it is Tempo Storm who takes it. Now we move on to Cash. They look for another point. Tempo Storm does, once again trying their damnedest to hold off Liquid from stealing their playoff spot. And a W here tonight would, you know, put them in the best position to do so. Though still their fate's not entirely in their hands. But you got to give yourself the best chance you can. And they almost dropped that last map, though. But we'll see what happens this map.
So what we're going to do now, guys, as we're waiting for players to get all into the server and get ready to roll, what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break. Hopefully it's a short one, and we will be back here on CEVO TV for your CEVO MLG Season 7 Pro League matchup, map number 2, LunatiK eSports versus Tempo Storm.